So okay, so once again I'll tell you, if you want to simplify 4 1 by 4, you basically what you do, you 4 into 4, this into this, plus 1, you add this and divide it by 4. So 9 by, sorry, 17 by 4. This is simplified version of this mixed fraction. But in our world, I mean, in Smart, you will prefer to have mixed fraction only, because I'll tell you the examples. Uh, let's say if you want to add 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. So what you do here? Anyone please, anyone of you can explain how do we add 1 by 2 and 1 by 3? Himani, बताओ.
Sir, LCM लिखिए 6 डिनोमिनेटर में
ओके चलो, I'll not use LCM here. यहाँ पे हाफ क्या है? बेसिकली एक पूरा नंबर है, उसके आपने you divided this into two parts. ठीक है? So one is half and one is half. ये समझ में आया? मानी देखना, मतलब I'm doing it in very different way, but it will be the same thing whatever you
Yes,
are
sir.
asked. And for 1 by 3, what it is, like it's one number is divided into three equal parts. So this one part is 1 by 3. So if you want to add this and this, the half and 1 by third, so actually you cannot count it, because these two are of different sizes. So you cannot count it. So in order to make it countable, we try to make parts with similar size. So like in this case, when you take LCM, you basically what you do, you divide the entire number in 6 parts. So if I'll divide this 6 part, so here you will have 3, here you will have 3 parts, and this is also will divided, this will also be divided into 6 parts. So the half here will ultimately become 3 by 6, and the 1/3 here will ultimately become 2 by 6. Now these 3 and these 2 are of equal sizes. So now you can basically add. So if the denominator is same, if the parts are same, we can basically add the denominator. So this addition is 5 by 6. So the same logic, you cannot do every time this. So what we do here is we take LCM, and the reason behind taking LCM is we are making the parts of same size. So if we take LCM 6 and 6, so rather than writing in this way, I'm writing in two different fractions, because to make you understand that what actually happens. And then when it has become 6, then if 2 has become 6, then 1 will automatically be 3, because if we are dividing the entire into 6 parts, the 2 has converted into 6, so the one part will be 3. And similarly, if 3 has converted into 6, then 1 will be 2. So this is how we add, and you know this very well. You just don't write it in two different fractions, but rather you write one LCM, and then you divide 2 by 6 by 2 to 3, and 6 by 3, it's 2, 5 by 6. So this is how we add. Now if I want to add 2 1 by 2 and 5 1 by 3, so what do we do? Tell me. Meher, tum batao is baar. What do we do here?
We'll make it a proper fraction. 2 plus 2 plus 2 into 2 plus 1.
No. Matlab, of course we do it, we have always did it in this way, but here you don't have to do it. You just add these two, the integer part, keep it separate. So we have 2 plus 5, 7, and then we have 1 by 2 and plus 1 by 3 to add. So now it will become very simple. 7 is already there, and this has become now 5 by 6, you know. So the final answer will be 7 5 by 6. So does it seem simple to you? Meher, batao.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
No, it is much simple. So you don't actually have to convert the mixed fraction into proper fraction always. If you'll try to see these additions and even subtraction, you will find that using mixed fraction is far easier. So similarly, just a second. Here we did see that the fractional part it added up to 5/6, which is less than 1. So we directly just attached the fractional part to the integer part and wrote the number or answer as 7/5/6. So sometimes what happens, like in this case, let's say I'm telling you to add 4 2/5 and 3 4/5. So if I'm asking you to add this, so now add the integer part like I told you. So the integer part is added to 7, and then add the fractional part. And since we have fraction which has denominator as 5 only, you just have to count the numerator. So it will be 6/5. So now this number is greater than 1. 6/5 is greater than 1. So what I'll do is I'll remove 1 from here. Like I'll remove 5/5 from this place and remove 1 from here to here, and I'll give it to 7. It will become 8, and the 5/5 will remove 5/5. Then you will be left with 1/5. So final summation will be this. Is it clear to everyone?
No, sir.
No. See what is happening once again. Let me explain. This is 4 2/5 and 3 4/5. So this number is 4 and 2/5. This number is 3 and 4/5. So in order to add these two, I'm just adding it separately. I'm adding this integer part separately and the fractional part separately. So the addition of integer parts will be 7 and addition of fractional part will be 6/5. This is clear? ये clear है तुम्हें?
Yes, sir.
अब 6/5 जो है it is greater than 1. ये दिख रहा है तुम्हें? तो 6/5 को हम ऐसे लिख सकते हैं 5/5 plus 1/5.
Yeah.
So 5/5, what will it be? It will be 1. So give this 1 to this integer. So this will become 8. अभी समझ में आया?
Yeah.
And you will be left with this 1/5.
Okay.
So the final summation will be 8 1/5. Is it okay now?
Sir,
बोलो
repeat
जल्दी.
once. Repeat once.
Okay. I'm repeating with different example. ठीक है? Let's say you are being told to add 3 4/7 plus 2 5/7. So this number is, just remember, this is 3 and 4/7. And this number is 2 and 5/7. So if you want to add these two, you just need to add the integer part separately, which is 3 plus 2, which is 5, and the fractional part separately, which is 4/7 and 5/7. This will ultimately become 5 divided by 9/7. Sorry, 5 plus 9/7. Is it clear till this point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So since this number is greater than 1, so I'll break this number into two parts. 5 plus 7/7 to bring out to draw 1 from this number, and we will be left with 2/7. Is it clear now, Yogeshwar? 9/7 has been divided into two parts.
Yes, sir.
And this 7/7 will be 1. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I'll add this 1 to this 5, because 5 was the integer part, and we are left with this 1 again. So 6 2/7 will be the answer. Now it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all those people who are not very good at it, and we do have exercise in our sheets also. I'll explaining the sheets that how we'll actually do the same. But now, for as an example, I'll give you. So do you know how to write table? If I'll say write the table of 3, what will you do? Sadhana batao. How will you write the table of 3? 3 1s are 3. And how do you find the next number? Follow?
Adding 3 on it.
Adding 3 on with adding 3 to the 3. So we'll add 3 to the 3. You'll be getting 6. Then you'll get in order to get next number, you just add 3 more. You'll be getting 9. 3 more, you'll be getting 12. 3 more, you'll be getting 15. So this is the table of 3. So to practice the addition of mixed fraction, we have given you exercise like in the books also or in the sheets also, like write the table of 2 3 by 5. So what will be the next number here? If we'll add 2 3 by 5 to 2 2 3 by 5, what will you get? I have already told you that 2 plus 2 will be 4, and 3 by 5 and 3 by 5 will add it to 6 by 5. And since 6 by 5 is greater than 1, 4 6 by 5, and since 6 by 5 is greater than 1, it will become 5 1 by 5, like I already explained you. 4 6 by 5 को हमने क्या किया? I put 5 by 5 differently. I just removed 5 by 5 from this number and we made it 1 and added to 4. So 5 5 by 5, 5 1 by 5. And in order to get the next number in the table, I'll add 2 3 by 5. What will happen here? 5 plus 2 7, and 1 by 5 plus 3 by 5 will be 4 by 5. So यहाँ पे कोई problem नहीं है because this is less than 1. So in order to get the next number, I'll add 2 3 by 5 again. So 7 plus 2 9, and 4 plus 3 7 by 5, and it will be again changed to 10 2 by 5. So everyone is getting that how this table is being made? Bolo Astitya, Himani, Meher.
Could you repeat it, sir?
Yes,
Like,
sir.
I was unable to join in because I had a technical issue.
So did you like are you not following this? I am trying to write the table of 2 3 by 5.
Okay, sir.
So I am just adding 2 3 by 5 again and again to the results.
Okay. Yes, sir. I got it. I understood.
Okay. So this is how we treat or we use mixed fraction as it is without changing into proper fraction. So the general habit of changing the mixed fraction into proper fraction will not make you fast. That will make you even slower. So next time when you find something to add or subtract, you can do it in mixed fraction ways only. So now I'll give you an example of subtraction here. Let's say if I am saying to, if I'm asking you to subtract 2 3 by 5 from 7. So now in order to subtract, in general, we have a habit to convert this into proper fraction. So what you actually do, you actually convert into proper fraction, which is 5 into 2, 10, 10 plus 3, 13 by 5. And then you make a complete LCM. And then you multiply 5 into 7, which is 35 minus 13. And then you write 22 by 5. And then you again convert into mixed fraction, which is 4 2 by 5. This is how you get answer. And in our practice or in schools, we have learned this. So now we will not be doing this way. And it will be very simple if we'll directly treat mixed fraction as a number or as an executable number. So now, since you know 2 3 by 5 is what? 2 and 3 by 5. So ultimately, I have to subtract 2 as well as 3 by 5 from 7. So the first thing that I'll do, I will just remove the integer part. I'll just subtract the integer part. We'll reduce or subtract 2 from 7. You will be getting 5. And now you are left with 3 by 5 for the next subtraction. So So now I know that 3 by 5 is less than 1. Do you know the 3 by 5 is less than 1? Everybody can see it. So I will not disturb the entire 5 here. I will just take 1 from it. Like I'll divide the 5 into 2 parts, 4 and 1. And I'll divide 3 by 5 from this 1 only. So what will you get here? 1 minus 3 by 5. What will happen? And what will be the result? 2 by 5, because ये 5 पार्ट में किया गया है और 5 पार्ट में से 3 पार्ट्स है तो 2 पार्ट्स बचेगा. मतलब 1 को हम 5 by 5 लिख सकते हैं और minus 3 by 5 है तो ये 2 by 5 हो जाता है. Is it easy now? So if I'll reduce 1 minus 3 by 5, you'll be getting 2 by 5. So ultimate answer will be 4 2 by 5, which was same as we get earlier. So now you have to make some practice here to reduce and to subtract mixed fraction from mixed fraction from a number like 10 minus 3 5 by 13 कितना होगा बताओ, कोई बताओ मुझे. Ten minus 3 5 by 13, how much you will get?
Seven 8 by 13.
नहीं, थोड़ा गड़बड़ कर दिया तुमने. 10 minus 3 7 हो गया और minus 5 by 13 करना है. So now you have to reduce 5 by 13 from 1. तो यहाँ पे 7 से 6 बाहर निकाल लो और 1 minus 5 by 13 हो जाएगा 8 by 13. 6 8 by 13. समझ में आया?
Okay, yes sir.
ठीक है खुशी, तुम्हें समझ में आ गया ना बिल्कुल अभी?
हाँ जी sir.
So this is how we subtract, and in the book we have given enough number of questions based on this, so you can do there. So now you know how to treat with mixed fraction. So let's go to the second part of our class. Is till now I have been teaching you, or I am teaching you the use of fraction in number line or with numbers. So now I'll be using fraction as representation of parts. ठीक है? So let's say this is a circle and I have dark this part of the circle. And if I'll ask you what part of the circle is dark, what will you say?
1 by 2.
1 by 2. And for another example, for this case, what part of the circle is dark?
3 by 4.
3 by 4.
3 by 4. Why it is not 2 by 3? क्योंकि 3 टुकड़े हैं उसमें से 2 डार्क है. So why it is not 2 by 3? Tell me.
Sir, fraction equal parts का representation होता है. ये 2 by 3 तो ratio हो जाता.
नहीं, रेशियो नहीं हो जाता. वो ऐसा हो जाता है कि 3 से nobody could have assumed that one part is bigger than the other 2 parts. है ना? तो whenever I am representing the parts with numbers, so these two should be equal. So similarly, if we'll make equal parts, then I have to divide this into 2 parts. Now we have 4 equal parts, and out of which 3 are dark. So 3 by 4 is the dark, and then in this case, what is the left part?
1.
Like plain 1 by 4, not 1, 1 by 4, and it will always added up to 1, 4 by 4, which is 1. So here the denominator represents total number of parts, and denominator will present the concerned for whatever things we are talking about. So now you know that, or now you can see that you can have the denominator anything as per your requirement. Like in this case, if I'm giving you this case, like I have divided something into 5 equal parts and made one part dark. So what part of this entire figure is dark now?
1 by 5.
1 by
1 by
5.
5. Good. And if I'll add this much more, like I have divided the another part into 2 equal parts and dark the half of it. Now what part of the entire figure is dark?
2 by 5.
1.5 by 5.
नहीं 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 ऐसे नहीं बताते ना फ्रैक्शंस को 1.5 by 5. Now you have to divide the entire figure into smaller parts. So if it has been divided into 2 parts, so divide everything into 2 parts. Then total number of parts will be 10.
3 by 10, sir.
And then the dark is 3. So it will be 3 by 10. समझ में आया?
Sir, could you repeat it just once?
I was telling you that if one box has been divided into 2 parts, so now we have one complete box and one half box. Okay, so let me redraw this. So I gave you this thing that one is dark and half of the other one is dark. So basically, now I want to represent the entire dark part as a part of this entire figure. So since we cannot use 1 by 5 wala fraction here, because if I'll do it in 5 factors, 5 parts, the other part is not the complete one. So if we will, what we'll do, we'll take smaller parts. So we will divide all the boxes into 2 equal parts. Then total number of parts now is 10. And the dark ones are how much? 3. Are we clear? Eh?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So in case it can go 3 by something by 30 also, or something by 40 also, it depends. So how much part or how much division is required. So now the thing that you know now is that if something is part of anything, like it can be a box, it can be circle, or it can be number. So if anything is a part of anything, you can represent it in fractional format. So let's take the example of some numbers. Let's say a person's salary is 60,000. Salary, ध्यान से सुनना, because without words, learning of mathematics is not fruitful. So a person's salary is 60,000. Just a second. So if that person is spending 15,000 in house rent, and if I'll ask what fraction of salary is being spent on rent, कैसे बताएंगे हम इसे? बोलो. So यहाँ पे 60 is the entire salary. This is the whole complete salary, and 15,000 is being spent on house rent. So if I'll ask you what part of the salary is being spent on rent, जल्दी
So
बताओ.
1 by 4.
1 by 4.
So how did you get that?
15,000 upon 60,000, which is the whole. 15,000 is the amount spent.
So 15,000 by 60,000. So ultimately it became 1 by 4. So there is another way to think without writing it. If we could have visualized it, that 16,000 is the 4 sets of 15,000. So out of these 4 parts, we spend 1 part on house rent. That's why it is 1 by 4. And you can also calculate it by like this. So if I would have asked that 60,000, so here you divided the total into 4 parts. And if I'll say that 35,000 is the total expenditure. of the month. So what part of salary he actually spent in that month? Part of salary he spent. बताओ इसको कैसे बताओगे? What part of salary?
So could you repeat the question? 35K is spent on the monthly expenditure.
Monthly expenditure. The entire expenditure of that month was 35,000. So if I'll ask you what part of the salary was spent, what will be your answer?
So you're asking what part of salary is spent on what?
The complete salary is 60,000. 35,000 is being spent in that month. So what part of the salary is spent? जैसे अगर मैं ये 30,000 होता है कि 30,000 खर्च हो गया तो बोलते हैं ना half of the salary has been spent.
Yes, sir.
है ना? तो अगर मैं 35,000 बोल रहा हूँ and if I'm asking what part of the salary he is spending, तो कितना होगा? बताओ. साधना कंफ्यूज हो रहे हो क्या तुम?
So I'm trying to understand. I think, I don't know if I'd probably split it into 30 plus 30, but I don't know how to go forward.
Okay.
So
मतलब you
6
don't.
by 10.
Not 6 by 10 na? Like if you want to divide मतलब make the मतलब represent it as in part, you will just divide 35 by 60. So like you did here,
Okay.
15 by 60, so this is the part. And if you'll divide it further, you will be getting 7 by 12. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is the way to represent. And if you'll be little smart or not smart, I'll not say smart, you'll be little pro with numbers, you'll be seeing that these two figures and you'll visualize that the 60 has actually 12 5Ks and 35 has 7 5Ks. So out of 12 5Ks, 7 has been spent. So 7 by 12. So basically to represent fractional, we use the minimum integer. Like it was 35 by 60 here and we divided it with 5. So it is 7 by 12 of the total salary has been spent that month. So this is the fractional representation and the total has been divided into 12 parts here. Earlier it was divided into 4 parts only. So basically I want you to make you understand that one thing can be divided into any number of parts as per the situation required. Like if I would have asked that if 37,000 is being spent, so what part of salary is being spent this month? If 37, so you'll just say 37 by 60. You'll divide the entire salary into 60 parts and you'll spend 37 part out of it. So the denominator, which is representing total, it could be anything. And it could be 12, it could be 4, it could be 5 as per the requirement in order to represent parts. Are you getting my point right now?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है ना? So it's very simple now. So kabhi now there's one big not revelation but a thing to remember. So it's not necessary that parts are smaller than total only. Like in some cases it can be greater than whole. Like in this case, if your salary is 60K and you are spending 80,000 in that month, how it is possible? Because this is the age of credit cards and everything. You can take things on credit card. So in some month you might spend more than your salary. So if I'll ask you now, what part of salary has been spent, तो क्या आंसर करोगे?
80 by 60.
Exactly. Salary, so इसको 80 by 60 and then you'll divide 4 by 3. So that and how will you actually visualize this? If the salary has been divided into 3 parts, 3 equal parts, so you spend these 3 as well as one part more. Okay, so every time when fractional representation of part is there, you need to speak in words like 4/3, and or in reverse order. I'll tell you. Let's say, just you will give me words that what I'm actually asking. And if I'm saying that three by seven of the work has been finished. 3/7 part of the work has been finished, has been done, ऐसे ही लिख देते हैं। इसका क्या मतलब समझते हो बताओ? Give me in words. What did you understand?
So out of 7 parts,
No,
3 parts
you will वो तो ठीक है, but you will be saying कि the entire work, if you assume the entire work, when the entire work has been divided into 7 parts, ये बोलना जरूरी है, ठीक है? Out of 7 parts बोलने की बजाय
okay.
तो मैं ये बोलना पड़ेगा कि the work, visualize or assume the work has 7 equal parts, क्योंकि वर्क तो पूरा है, ऑफ द वर्क बोला है ना, तो उसको विजुलाइज करना है कि 7 इक्वल पार्ट्स हैं उस वर्क के, और आउट ऑफ दो 7 पार्ट्स 3 हैज बीन डन। ठीक है, समझ में आ गया तुम्हें?
Yes, sir.
अगर मैं तुम्हें बोलता हूं कि 2/5 ऑफ माई सैलरी spent on paying EMI, क्या मतलब हुआ इसका बताओ? गिव मी इन वर्ड्स, एनीवन?
So 5 is the total salary and 2 part
नो
of
नो नो
it
नो
is
नो 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 नो,
2 of 5.
वो दोनों का ठीक है, लेकिन तुम लोग कंप्लीट नहीं बोल रहे हो। जैसे
Sir,
पहला जिसने
the
बोला,
total salary is divided into 5 parts, out of which 2 parts are spent in paying EMI.
हाँ, तो ऐसा इफ 5 इज द टोटल सैलरी नहीं है, टोटल सैलरी को 5 इक्वल पार्ट्स में कर दें तो उसमें से 2 हमारा EMI में स्पेंड हुआ है। ठीक है, थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस हुआ दोनों में, ऐसा कुछ बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस नहीं है, बस आपको ये विजुलाइज करना है कि व्हेनेवर आई एम टेलिंग और यूजिंग फ्रैक्शन एज रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ पार्ट, तो आपको उसका वर्ड्स क्लियर होना चाहिए। ठीक है, सो नाउ इफ आई आस्क यू, जैसे मैं तुमसे एक चीज पूछता हूँ, बता रहा हूँ, मैंने तुमसे पूछा कि हाफ ऑफ द वर्क हैज बीन डन इन 8 days। ठीक है, मैंने बोला हाफ वर्क was done in 8 days। तो पूरा वर्क कितने दिन में होगा? हाउ मच टाइम आई विल टेक टू डू कंप्लीट जॉब?
16 days.
कैसे बताया तुमने?
सर आधा मतलब आधा काम 8 दिन में हुआ है तो पूरा काम मतलब टोटल 1 whole 16 में होगा 8 into 2।
क्यों 8 into 2 क्यों होगा? ठीक है, बिल्कुल सही है, मैं जानबूझ के ऐसा कर रहा हूँ तुम्हें, मतलब आई एम नॉट बुलिंग यू एक्चुअली, बट हाँ थोड़ा बहुत तंग तो करते ही हम लोग। सी, तो इसको हम ऐसे विजुलाइज करेंगे कि हाफ वर्क का मतलब क्या है? इफ द वर्क इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 2 इक्वल पार्ट्स, तो आउट ऑफ 2 1 इज, तो हम हाफ बोलना प्रेफर नहीं करते। सो 1/2 इज हाफ, आई नो, है ना, यू नो, एवरीबडी नोज दैट 1/2 इज हाफ, बट इन मैथमेटिक्स विल बी सीइंग हाफ एज if the total is divided into 2 equal parts, 1 is half, है ना? यही तो हुआ ना? बताओ खुशी, तुमने बताया ना इसको? हेलो, कौन जवाब दे रहा था यहाँ पे?
यस सर, यही होगा।
हाँ, तो इसमें अगर एक में 8 दिन लग रहा है तो दूसरे में भी 8 दिन लगेगा, तो टोटल डेज 16 होगा। ठीक है,
यस सर।
अब आई एम टेलिंग कि मैंने तुम्हें क्यों बोला ना बोलने के लिए, उसको ये करने के लिए कि हाफ को डबल करना इज वेरी इजी, है ना। आपको पता है कि हाफ 2 बार में पूरा हो जाता है। इफ बट अगर कोई चीज 2 बार या 3 बार में पूरी नहीं होती है, तब क्या करेंगे? तब तो हम फंस जाएंगे। जैसे अगर मैं पूछूं कि 3/5 work was done in 36 days, तो पूरा काम कितने दिन में होगा? तो अब जैसे हाफ को तो डबल करके तुम 1 बता दिए, अब 3/5 को डबल करेंगे तो ज्यादा हो जाएगा ना 1 से।
यस सर,
सो इन दिस केस यू विल हैव टू
60
थिंक
डेज
इन।
में हो जाएगा लेकिन पूरा काम।
हाँ वो तो ठीक है, चलो दैट्स गुड दैट यू नो। इसमें पहले हम वर्क को विजुलाइज करेंगे कितना काम हुआ है। तो ये काम कितना हुआ है कि इफ दिस इज द टोटल वर्क, then divide the total work into 5 equal parts, and in these 5 equal parts 3 has been done in 36 days. So अगर 3 पार्ट को 36 डेज में कर रहे हैं तो each part will take how much days? 12. अब now if you want to finish the job, so you have to complete the rest of 2 parts also. So total number of days to finish will be 60 days. दिख रहा है सबको? Are you able to get that?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, Yogeshwaran,
सर
Misa,
एक
Misa,
बार फिर से बता सकते हैं?
बिल्कुल बता रहा हूँ। पहले तुम यहाँ से रिविजुअलाइज करो। What is 3/5 of the work? बोलो। 3/5 वर्क कितना होता है बताओ, जल्दी बताओ यार।
So work
sure.
has been divided into 5 parts, out of which
5,
3
अच्छा 5 इक्वल बोला करो, ठीक है।
5 equal parts,
हाँ
out of which 3 parts has been completed in 36 days.
परफेक्ट। सो 3 पार्ट्स के लिए 36 डेज लग रहा है, तो 1 पार्ट के लिए कितना लग रहा हो?
So 12 days.
हाँ, अब 36 हो जाने के बाद बचे कितने तुम्हारे पास? 2 मोर पार्ट्स, तो उसमें भी तो 12 भी लगेगा ना।
Yes, sir.
सो टोटल नंबर ऑफ डेज टू फिनिश कितना हो जाएगा?
60 in total.
हाँ, सो ऑल्दो द नॉर्मल वे टू डू, द मैथमेटिकल वे टू डू, जो तुमने पहले भी सीखा होगा कि 3/5 वर्क अगर 36 बोलता है, इफ इट इज 36 डेज, सो 1 वर्क के लिए आप 36 में 5 मल्टीप्लाई करते हो और 3 से डिवाइड कर देते हो। सो दिस इज द नॉर्मल वे टू डू इट, बट ट्राई टू सॉल्व इन दिस वे, है ना। इट विल इंक्रीज योर लर्निंग और थिंकिंग कैपेबिलिटी इन मैथमेटिक्स, बिकॉज आंसर्स एंड वैल्यूज आर नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट, है ना, द रीजनिंग इज मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट। सो नाउ
Sir,
हाँ,
possible for you to give another sum, just like one more, so I'm clear with the concept.
I'll give you. So let's say 2/7, I'll give you 2 more sums. 2/7 of work has been completed in 12 days. तो पूरा काम करने में कितना टाइम लगेगा बताओ? किसने पूछा था अभी अनदर सम के लिए?
So me, sir, Sadhana.
हाँ साधना, तुम ही बताओ अब इसको कैसे करेंगे। How,
Sir,
what did you understand by 2/7 of the work?
total work has been divided into 7 equal parts,
Parts, okay.
out of which 2 parts has been done in 12 days.
These 2 parts
So
is
that
done
means
in
6.
6. So now you have to complete all the 7 parts.
Yes, sir. So it'll
Total
be
number of days 42.
42.
Yes. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
चलो, so now one more example. You might get confused with this example, but it's important.
Yes, sir.
If I'll ask you that 5/3 of the work is being done in 80 days. Sorry, 40 days. तो one work के लिए कितना time लगेगा? So now tell me what will you do here? पहले बताओ उस फ्रैक्शन का क्या मतलब हुआ जो फ्रैक्शनल रिप्रेजेंटेशन
5/3.
5/3 is what? मतलब 5/3 of the work is what?
I think the total work is in 3. I don't know, so like I'm confused right now.
कोई
So
बात नहीं है.
1/2/3 of the work.
No,
Mixed fraction.
don't make it in mixed fraction. Just think that the work, when the work is divided in 3 equal parts, and because the denominator is always a complete, the whole. So he just did all the 3 parts and 2 more similar parts. So he did more than one work. 5/3 is greater than 1, na?
Sir, over here, the total work is divided into 3 equal parts. And what about the 5, sir?
He completed 5 such part.
Oh, okay.
So he did complete all the work and 2 more parts of that size.
Okay.
So this entire thing has been completed in 40 days. So for each one, he must be taking 8 days.
Yes,
है ना?
sir. Makes sense. Yes.
So the entire work, if I'm asking about just one work, the one work is being done in how number of days? How much number of days?
8 days.
24 days, na?
Oh.
क्योंकि
So
work is
one work
is the 3 parts. ये ना एक पार्ट है जिसे 8 days है ना, ये पार्ट है. पूरा वर्क तो 3 इक्वल पार्ट्स में बटा है ना तुम्हारा. क्लियर हो तुम लोग? बताओ.
No, sir. One work is, how is that being divided into 3? How is that one work? Oh, okay, sir.
हमने initially तो ही बोला ना कि the work, when the work is divided into 3 equal parts, he is not doing the 3, he is also doing 2 more.
Yes, sir.
वर्क
I got
तो
it.
तुम्हारा एक कंप्लीट वर्क तो यही है ना.
Yes, sir. Yes.
सो अगर आपसे एक वर्क का काम पूछ रहा है तो आप 3 पार्ट्स को मिला के बताओगे, है ना? थोड़ा सा रुको एक मिनट. So after fractional representation, I'll be showing you the other way to represent part. जैसे कि we had this figure which was like, I asked you how much part is dark. So you told me half. So the consideration behind is the total was 1 and it was divided into 2 equal parts and 1 was dark. The same thing I could have represented taking total as 100. So if the total is 100, the entire circle is 100, how much is the dark?
50.
50 is dark. So as per as a rate representation, I can say 50 per 100. So I'm representing the parts only, but not in a fractional way, but in percentage way. So 15 per 100 is dark. Sorry, dark, and to write it in smaller form, we write 15%. 100 is cent one. So 15% is dark. So similarly, when it was 3/4, so you did say that 3/4 is dark. So if the entire thing is 100, how much is the dark?
75.
75.
75, and you'll say 75%. Okay, so now you know that this is a simple way to represent, matlab, a simpler way to represent parts, है ना? In fact, people used to prefer percentage over fraction, but right now there is a need to make both unified. Unified करने मतलब कि if I am saying you half, you should also be thinking 50%. So for these fractions, it is very easy. And one more thing, that for any complete thing, half is always 50%. ये तो दिख रहा है ना, मतलब ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है ना कि कभी half जो है 60% हो जाए, है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Half is always 50%. Then each and every fraction or simple fraction that you can say that 1/3, 3/5, 2/7, 3/8, all the simple fraction which is frequently used, and 4/5, 5/6, all these will have a corresponding percentage figure. So, like, see, if I have to write it, so I will directly write 33 1/3%, 60%, 28 4/7%, 37 1/2%, 80%, and 83 1/3%. So the way I wrote it, because in my mind, these two figures goes together. So to make it same for you, you will do an exercise that you will be creating a table of percentage for all the basic fractions. So like if half, you have written half, you'll be writing here 50%. And if it is 2/2, then of course it will be 100%. If I'll be write 1/3, you'll be doing it 33 1/3, or use the mixed fraction, not percentage. 33 1/3%, 2/3, then 66 2/3%, and 3/3, it will be 100%. So like this way, you have to write till the 1/16th series. So after 1/4, you will be writing 1/5, then you will be writing 1/6, 1/7, all the fraction, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. Try to complete the table and bring it to the next class. Okay?
So I
Yes,
have a
sir.
question.
Tell me.
Like 33 1/3 stands for 33.33%.
But
So how?
we don't prefer to write 33.133, because see, there is just one reason here. If I'll add 3 times 3 1/3, it should be equal to 1. होता है ना ये?
Yes, sir. Yes.
And if you'll add 3 times its percentage value, if you can take 3.33.33, 33.33, 33.33, what will be the value? 99.99.
Yes, sir.
It is not 100%, na?
No, it is not.
So isliye we don't prefer decimal value. Of course, if somewhere it is given 33.33, you will be considering at 1/3 only. Or somewhere when you are finding 33 1/3% or answer is given in decimal factor only, so you will be writing it 33.331. But for sample calculations, we will be using mixed fraction only. Okay?
Yeah, sir, but I had a different doubt. I just wanted to
Yeah.
ask, how do I convert decimal numbers into mixed fraction?
That will be doing it in different exercise. With that we'll be doing in numbers exercise.
Okay.
Okay?
सर
हाँ.
सर एक भाई जो टेबल वाला है जो परसेंटेज है एक बार आप प्रोसेस का बता दो, थोड़ा डाउट है इसमें।
क्या बताओ?
ये वाला जो जैसे फ्रैक्शन का जो परसेंटेज बनाने में इसमें,
जैसे किसी एक का बताओ, कहाँ से किसी का टेबल, जैसे मान लो कि 1/7 का वाला बनाना है, ठीक है?
हाँ जी,
तो बेसिकली 1/7 says what, मतलब अगर ये पार्ट्स है ना, 1/7 यही बोलता है ना कि किसी चीज के 7 इक्वल टुकड़े हैं,
उसमें से
ठीक है, उसमें से 1 पार्ट, तो उसको हम 1/7 बोलेंगे। अब इसी चीज को अगर तुम 100 विजुअलाइज करो कि ये पूरा जो है 100 है, तो सारे बॉक्सेस में अगर इक्वल इक्वल भरना होगा तो क्या क्या भरोगे तुम? 14 14 14 14 अगर फिल कर दो तो कितना आता है? 98 आता है।
90।
बचा कितना तुम्हारे पास? 2।
Two.
तो 2/7 सब में डाल दो, या तो ऐसे सोचो, या फिर ऐसे भी सोच सकते हो कि हम लेट्स डिवाइड 100/7, मतलब 7 से हम 100 को डिवाइड कर दे, तब भी तो 1 आएगा, ये 7 होगा, 3 0 4 28, तो 2 बच जाएगा। तो 14 तुम ये क्या करते हैं, कोशिएंट को इधर लिखते हैं, रिमाइंडर को ऊपर लिखते हैं, और ये 7। तो इन एनी वे दिस विल बी 14 2/7%। अब नाउ आई हैव टू राइट 2/7, तो मैं क्या करूंगा, मैं इसमें दोनों को ऐड कर दूंगा, एंड द एडिशन आई हैव ऑलरेडी टॉट यू इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ दिस क्लास कि 14 2/7 और 14 2/7 ऐड करना है, तो यू डोंट हैव टू मेक इट इन प्रॉपर फ्रैक्शन, जस्ट ऐड द इंटीजर पार्ट, it is 28, and 2/7 would be 4/7.
4/7.
So this is how you have to write the, and you need to complete the entire table. See, so I'll complete the 7 wala here. 3/7 would be, I'll be adding all these 3, 14 plus 14 plus 14, or you can just add 28/4/7 में 14 2/7 ऐड कर सकते हो, है ना? दोनों मतलब 2/7 में 1/7 ऐड कर देंगे, या फिर I can add 3 times. So ये तुम्हारा हो जाएगा 42
6/7.
6/7%। अब अगर 4/7 लेना होगा तो हम 42 6/7 में फिर से 14 2/7 ऐड कर सकते हैं, तो 42 प्लस 14 कितना हो जाएगा? 56,
56.
और ये दोनों ऐड करके 8/7 हो जाएगा। नाउ यू हैव टू रिमेम्बर दैट दिस इज मोर देन 1।
57 1/7.
हाँ, तो इसको हम फिर से शिफ्ट कर देंगे 1 को, तो ये हो जाएगा 57 1/7। So this is how you have to complete the table. So everybody does it, है ना? वो टिकटॉक नहीं, उस पे चलता है ना आज की, everybody does it, you have to do it। क्या है वो गाना भी भूल गया मैं, तो ये तो याद ही होगा तुम लोग को, तुम तो देखते ही होगे रील्स वगैरह। तो ये आपको टेबल कंप्लीट करके लाना है 16 तक, 1/16 तक in the next class, and then you will be learning other uses of fraction, मतलब representation of fraction as a part, and then in the third class we will be doing percentage, basic of percentage। ठीक है?
Yes, sir.